Hey everybody, this is John and Jackie of OpenLove101.com, and today we're going to continue our discussion about rules and boundaries in the swinger lifestyle. In our last episode, we talked about talking about things sexually that you might be interested in doing, or maybe some sexual things.
Things you like,
things you like and things you don't like with your partner or with someone else for that matter in the swinging situation where you're playing with some other people. If you missed that episode, you can click on the link below and it'll take you right to that one. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about what happens if someone starts to push the boundaries or doesn't quite follow the rules, and how to let your partner know about it. So we have in the swinging lifestyle things called safe words or safe touch.
We do.
Yes. And so what are those exactly? So a safe word would be a word that you could talk about with your partner before you go out to your play party or to a swingers club. Let's say that word is banana. And so...
Because that's going to come up in conversation.
Actually, let's make it... Yeah. So how about water?
Yes.
So you're in the middle of something you're uncomfortable with. Like maybe you just met a couple, and there's something about the couple that you're not comfortable with. So you can say to your partner, honey, I'd like to get a drink of water. And then you'll know that that's what it is, and you can both say, okay, we're back, we can get some water. Go get some water, and then you can discuss whatever the situation is. So that's an example of a safe word. In the middle of doing something, I don't know if safe words work as well. So some couples might have a safe touch signal. And it could be something as simple as, like 3 taps on Jackie's knee or a pinch or something like along those lines to indicate that something's going on that I don't like, right? What could some of those things be that maybe you're uncomfortable with that might cause you to, in the middle of playing, want to let me know?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind for me is you're in a setting and you're playing and you have these rules and boundaries that you have in place, and maybe either your partner is going outside of the rules and boundaries that have been set, or the play partner is going outside of the rules and boundaries. And so sometimes that maybe squeeze on the arm can be a signal to your partner that, hey, wait, we need to take a look at what's going on. Or the safe word, again, that's another option to use. And, and it could be something as outlandish as banana, something that's just really outside of what's going on. And then there's no debate about the fact that maybe we need to stop. And
it could be something that obvious, like, honey, can we stop for a minute and go talk? I mean,
right.
If you're really not comfortable with something, there's nothing at all wrong with just telling your partner, let's stop for a moment and have a discussion.
Right.
And you're exactly right. We're in the clubs over the years where we've seen some of the biggest issues between couples that are trying the swinger lifestyle is when one or the other of the couple pushes the boundary or breaks a rule that they had. And that's a really good reason for the other partner to give them the safe touch signal or the verbal signal to stop and let's talk about that. I'm not comfortable with Jackie having, anal sex with this person right now. So, and we talked about that already, and then she's doing it like, hey babe, ding, 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 ding. And,
well, and I think too, along with that is to not use that as an excuse to halt your exploration into the swinging lifestyle, because that can happen as well. We went into a play situation and this happened, and so this is just not for us. This is new. This is something new for a lot of couples, and so as I've said in other videos, there's a learning curve involved, and just to remain calm and to understand that you're both on the same team, you're allies, you're both learning. There's going to be some hiccups along the way. If you can use those hiccups as a great platform for some communication, some honesty, some trust building there to just really talk about it and say, okay, then how can we, go in there next time with these tools?
Yes, and trust is a key in this situation. If you've told your partner, if you've agreed with your partner not to do some of these things, and then you get in a situation and you're turned on and you forget about it or whatever, you decide, well, maybe this isn't so bad, but your partner may not feel that way, and you've started to break some of the trust there. And that's why if you get the signal to stop, it's really important that you stop. Because if you continue on, that's really a break in trust.
Right.
And unless your partner says, yeah, okay, so you're pushing the boundary, hey babe, I'm okay with it, go ahead, and you need to let your partner know if you are okay with the boundaries being pushed in the moment. But if the partner's not comfortable, it's so vital to say no. I'm not ready to let that go on right now.
And if you have the opportunity to visit or hook up with another play partner or couple that you feel comfortable with, maybe they started out as a friend. And John and I have had the opportunity of being that play partner for a couple that was interested in kind of expounding on some of their boundaries, and they felt super comfortable with us. And so it was a way for them to kind of test those boundaries and push them a little bit to see if they were going to be comfortable. And they were. And so, that can be a great way too, when you're in the midst of all of these rules and boundaries and what you like sexually, what you don't like sexually, what's our safe touch? Do we have a safe word? Maybe one way to alleviate some of that is to actually become involved with a trusted play partner if you can.
That's a good point too. And then I think also it's key if someone that you just recently met is doing something and you're not comfortable with it, and you give the signal to your partner, you want to stop. The other thing you can do is tell the person straight up that you're not comfortable with what's going on.
That's true.
And they're not going to be familiar with your safe word or safe touch. So you're going to have to be honest and say, listen, I'm not ready for that. Or my partner and I discussed this beforehand, and we've decided we're not going to do this tonight. Whatever it may be, it's really important for you to go ahead and voice that to the partner, the new play partner. The negative thing that can happen is if you don't, you end up having a bad experience. Or say they're doing something you're really not comfortable with doing, and you let it happen. Your partner was okay with it happening, but then you start having regret, and you start feeling bad about yourself for letting that go on. It wasn't an enjoyable experience. So he did this to me, and I just really it didn't make me feel very good. And that can slow people down from enjoying the great things that you can find in the swinger lifestyle by having that negative thing and letting it fester like that. And that's the other reason why it's so important to put a stop to something if you're not happy with it in that moment.
And don't beat yourself up about it either.
No.
The way we can feel in the moment of something as opposed to afterwards, I think it's just really important to make sure that, you take care of you as well. And again, like I said, there's a learning curve to this. There's a process to it. And to find joy in that process and not to focus too much on, this was a horrible thing that happened, instead of what a great opportunity that we can move forward.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Please sign up for our email list at openlove101.com, and we'll send you newsletters about our upcoming videos and blogs. In the meantime, have a great time swinging.
See ya.
So, you want to see more of this? Then subscribe by clicking on that.